And now the young gentleman from Young Americans for Federal Debt Awareness.
Members of the Commission, first let me say thank you for the opportunity to present today. My name is Ryan Schoenike with Young Americans for Federal Debt Awareness, and we have a website called wecan'tpaythattab.org, which is solely dedicated to educating and engaging young Americans in the federal debt. Like many people my age, we are concerned about the consequences of the debt burden being placed on us by today's policymakers. So we're encouraged to learn that the President had created this commission. However, we were very disappointed to see that the Commission is primarily made up of people who will not be obligated with paying back our massive debt. As evident in 2008, politicians are more than willing to engage young Americans in grassroots movements to get themselves elected. But when it comes to engaging young Americans in actual policy decisions, the effort has been absent. We started wecan'tpaythattab.org out of frustration over politicians throwing around billions and trillions like they were nickels and dimes, and the constant lack of urgency referring to those obligated to pay for our debt as the children and grandchildren, as if they hadn't been born yet. When in fact, it is my generation, those in their 20s, who will first be burdened with the debt you are creating. This commission is the perfect arena for politicians to begin to involve those who are obligated to pay for this debt. We hope the commission will seriously consider holding another hearing focused solely on the input of young Americans. Because if we're going to have to pay this debt back, we ought to have a say in how it's done. For my generation, the American dream is seriously in jeopardy. 50 to 60% taxes, trillion-dollar-a-year interest payments, and out-of-control federal budgets are no joke. I doubt many of you would be here today if you had faced those obstacles as you started your adult life. Our opinion needs to be heard, and in fact, you need our help. Any solution you come up with is going to have to be long-term. The hardest part of your task might not be coming up with the solution, but communicating it to the American people. And it's only by working together that we can hope to put this nation on a sustainable fiscal path. The path towards fiscal sustainability is going to take leadership on both our parts. Our part will be to take our knowledge of our generation that we are a part of and effectively educate and engage them. Your part will be to take on the leadership roles you were elected to do by making the tough decisions, getting beyond the bitter partisan politics that have become commonplace, and making a decision for the good of the whole and not the individual. We look forward to the opportunity to work with you on a solution. Thank you.
Since we have time, I have a question. Mr. Schoenike,
Yeah.
You indicated that your group, Young Americans for Federal Debt Awareness, has also focused on solutions. Would you like to share a few of those ideas with us?
Well, I don't think we're not so much focused on providing the solution. We're focused on educating people about the solutions and getting young Americans engaged, because I don't think they understand what's going to happen to them and what's coming. So we really need to get out there. We're focused on thinking of creative ways to get out there and engage those people who aren't engaged, because it's really easy to get out and engage the people who are already engaged in this. And that seems to be what's happening. And if we really want action, we need to get out there and get with the people that are not involved in this.
I do hope, though, that you will accept some of the responsibility for giving us your ideas as to what the right solutions are. These are all going to be really tough choices, and you bet we've got to communicate, because none of it's going to be an easy pill to swallow. But we need your input from your generation as to what you think we should recommend to the President.
Well, and that's why maybe we should consider holding another hearing focused on the youth input. I mean, this is great that you brought us out here, but this is a small amount of time, and we're talking about a huge issue.